Ho, 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 ho. 'Tis the season to bring you views and subscribers. On the first day of Christmas, my YouTube coaches gave to you 4 minutes of watch time. You can carry on with the Christmas puns in the comments below. Welcome everybody to the vidIQ Tuesday channel audit live stream with your host, with definitely the least, Rob Wilson. Over the next couple of hours, we will be opening our doors and welcoming you into our lecture theatre, our learning hall, our classroom, as we look at your channels and share with you our knowledge, our wisdom, our experiences of YouTube that are hopefully going to plant some seeds of inspiration as you grow your channel, be it thumbnails, channel focus, titles. We're here to support you as always. It is episode, as far as I'm aware, 51 of the year. We have one more left, which we will be doing throughout the Christmas week. Of course, I could not do this without my trusty reindeers who are with us today. We have Rudolph VL Heffy Reviews Reindeer. Hey, Jeff, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How you doing?
I am in such a festive mood. Can you see? My head is already at a very high temperature because this hat, along with these headphones, is starting to crush my skull. But I'm going to persevere through it. Have you got any Christmas puns for me, YouTube-wise?
YouTube-wise, no. Just family-wise, just going to be spending with the family, have some good food, and have some laughter.
Have a think about it. Have a think about it. If we could do some Christmas YouTube puns, I'm going to look at them in the chat very soon. But before I do that, we have to invite on our second wingman or third co-host. I don't know how we describe you. It is the man with the portable text in titles and thumbnails, Richter scale equipment. It is Viper. How you doing, Vipes?
Welcome. Oh, yes. We are back and we are live. What's up, Rob? What's up, Hefe?
We have just turned up the enthusiasm levels to 11. Make sure you join us on this weird and wacky adventure. We've got some hellos to say hello to. I'm just going to bring up the starred ones first. So whoever wants to say hello, do so right now. Viper or Jeff. There we go.
Hey, so we've got Doozy Does It. Let's see here. We've got Disco in the building. What's up, man? How's it going? We got OG Balakay and Monstrous Maker, and then pulling somebody out of the chat who I haven't seen in a while. Our buddy Chris Johnson is back in the live chat.
Yeah, I think he was absent for a few weeks from his channel audits. So I did one recently. So welcome back to YouTube. Of course, everybody needs a break at some point. I'm having mine next week. Thank anybody for that vacation. I should actually say, let's give a huge shout out and a round of applause. Jeff is officially on vacation, but he loves channel audit so much he thought he'd drop in and support us. So thanks, Jeff. Really appreciate that. Well done. Okay, so I'm kind of stealing you in case Dan tries to steal you next week if you're still on vacation, and you're going to say nope, not for a second week. Viper, who are you saying hello to?
Who we got? We got Tartan. Hello, how are you doing? We got No Name out there. What's going on with you? How you doing? Mushrooms. What's up, mushrooms? I don't know how you said it, but how you doing? We got Vegan Express Eat. What's going on? How you doing? And lastly but not least, we got Jensen Jupiter. What's up? How you doing?
Oh, you're gonna have to say hello to anybody who gives you a big shout out, Viper. It has to be done. I'm saying hello to Trendy, Troylin Slots, Mid 40s Gamer, Trialplex Animated Movie Trailers, Mr. Fred's DIY Garage School. Hello from Las Vegas to you. And hello to Antosca. I hope I've pronounced your name somewhere near right. Do we have any Christmas puns in the comments?
I don't know. Y'all. I came prepared. So y'all see what's going on right here, right? Your boy Viper came prepared. We got the peppermint mocha frappuccino on deck. Viper came prepared today. Let's go.
Now, here's a question. When you go into Starbucks and they ask for your name, do you have to say Viper with 3 Ys?
No, because you got ordered through the app and I already have that situated in the app.
Ah, okay. It's digitally recorded. Interesting.
Big brain time right there. Big brain time.
Now, do you still go into the store to collect it?
Yes.
And how do people pronounce it?
Viper.
Okay, I'm just, so we go Viper.
No, they just say Viper.
Viper. I'm just curious of the different pronunciations.
All good.
All right, so let's explain how the next couple of hours are going to work. If you are brand new here, do let us know in the chat if you are a original gangster or you've been here for quite a while. Just make sure you welcome all of these new people, new folks into the live stream. And here is your 60-second explainer on what we're going to be doing for the next couple of hours on vidIQ Tuesday channel audit live streams. Welcome to the vidIQ channel audit live stream, where we review your YouTube channels. There are 2 links in the description, one for gaming channels, one for non-gaming channels. Make sure you submit every week as we clear the form after every live stream. Channel audits are 100% free, so please don't send us any super chats expecting to receive an audit. And don't waste your time asking for one in the chat. If there are any alternative ways to get picked for an audit, such as memes, we will let you know during the live stream. If we can't audit your channel today, vidIQ has a channel audit tool working 24/7 for you. If you haven't already installed vidIQ, download it now for free. A link is in the description, and make sure to take advantage of our free 30-day trial. If you submit your channel for audit, expect the following. We are sharing nothing more than our knowledge, our experience, and our passion as fellow YouTube creators. It's up to you whether or not you take our advice. There are tons of links to lots of useful resources in the video description. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Share this live stream with another fellow creator who may find it useful. And finally, moderators, thank you for everything that you do every single week. All right, let's do this. Awesome to see so many new people joining us this week. Welcome. I hope that explainer briefly told you what's going to happen for the next couple of hours. Just a couple of more side notes. We continue to support Team C's through Super Chats. So any Super Chats will go directly to that cause, where Mr. B, Smart Robo, and others are trying to raise $30 million to remove 30 million pounds of trash. I believe actually right now they're doing a live stream where anytime you donate, Mr. Beast gets slapped in the face. So if you do want to go check out that live stream straight after us, do make sure to do that. We have a lot of submissions every single week. So I'm going to be open and transparent here. With the 400 to 500 submissions we get, we can't audit every single channel every single week. But this isn't just about one channel that we're looking at about travel and another channel we're looking at about tech. Open up your channel on a second screen if you can do that, and try to think about how the strategies we're talking about for channel A or B or C apply to your channel, because it's often the case that we're talking about thumbnail tactics, channel focus, titling strategy, and consistency. So do make sure to bear that in mind. And we are, of course, not just a channel auditing service every single Tuesday. We have a collection of fantastic tools that we offer you through the vidIQ experience. And because it is the season of goodwill, Christmas, celebrating, I'm just going to show you the achievements tool that we have, where once downloaded and you sign up to vidIQ, it will give you an overview of what milestones are coming up, what you've recently achieved. For example, right now, I'm not looking at the fact that we hit 1 million subscribers. We hit 80 million views. And of course, views actually reflect viewer engagement on your content and satisfaction. And we hit that on the 15th of December. So thank you, everybody who's clicked on one of our videos. Magnificent achievement. Our next big milestone, of course, is 100 million views, which we're looking to crack next year. But if I wanted to celebrate that fact to our community, then we could do that through one of our wonderful certificates that we often see on Twitter. And this is a completely free tool. This will not cost you a single cent if you want to use it. But if you are a brand new customer, you can get a 30-day free trial, which will allow you to access all of our vidIQ tools and the Learning Academy. There is a link in the description if you want to take advantage of that. With those shameless plugs out of the way, Viper and Jeff, shall we get down to some channel auditing?
Let's get it.
All right, let's do it. The first channel we are going to look at, as always, is the first channel that's submitted this week through the forms that are in the video description. If you're not aware of it, make sure to fill it out now because we will be picking random channels later on. But the first channel we are looking at is Explorando, Austin, Texas. And I'm going to take a little bit of a verbal break here and let Jeff and Viper analyze this channel. So what are your first impressions here?
Okay, let's see here. Sorry, I was just getting my screen zoomed in there. So Explorando, Austin, Texas. So obviously we've got I'm assuming this is going to be a channel in Spanish, which is totally fine.
Looks to be, yeah, from the titles.
Titles as well, yep. Send me your photos so you can show up on my channel. Exploring Austin, number 23, number 24. So one of the things I would probably tell Explorando is to probably get away from this number 23, number 24 stuff and title it in a way that's going to entice me as a viewer to actually want to click on it. I mean, the thumbnails are going to need a little bit of work in and of themselves anyway, but the title's not doing you any favors when every title is Exploring Austin, number 24, Exploring Austin, number 23. Come on, man. let's not be let's put in a little bit more work into that to get somebody to click, because the common misconception is that only your thumbnail gets a click, and click-through rate is actually a combination of your title and your thumbnail.
I'm just going to do a search here to see if anybody's actually searching for Explorando Austin, presumably Explore Austin in Spanish. And you're at the top of the search rankings, and it looks as if all of your videos are coming up. This is not a good thing, is it? Because it means that nobody is searching for this. So you're dominating a search term, which isn't actually a search term with any volume on YouTube.
Right. Yep. If you want to give it a little bit more oomph, whatever it might be that you're going to be checking out, if there's something, a place that you explored, whether it's on episode 23, episode 24, something that's going to be a more popular item within that video, more popular than the rest, then you might want to put that in the title. But give people a reason to actually click on these videos besides, hey, I'm exploring episode number 24.
I'm curious. I want to click on this one just because I can see the vidIQ logo. Can anyone see that? It's a shop. It looks like he has a green screen with loads of achievements. Look, he's won the World Cup. He's won Wimbledon. Wow, this guy has many achievements. But vidIQ is one of them. Viper, let's throw it over to you. What have you spotted in this channel so far?
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what El Jefe said. I mean, you're exploring often, but did you find anything neat while you were exploring? I mean, that's what the people want to know. Like, anybody can explore often, but what will they find upon their exploration? And these are the type of things that we as creators have to think about when we are uploading these type of videos to YouTube. I've told you guys before, and I will say it again. When you are growing a YouTube channel, you have to have some type of value proposition. Like El Jefe said, why should somebody click on any of these videos? Like, what is it that is going to entice them to actually click and watch it? Not to mention, like El Jefe said, you got to do actual custom thumbnails and stop letting YouTube do your thumbnails, because that's just, you are missing opportunity to get people to click. A lot of people are not going to click on your video if you let YouTube generate your thumbnail, because they're going to feel like that might be a bot channel or you didn't put much effort into it. So I would definitely consider making your own custom thumbnails and putting some spice into them. And again, marrying your titles and your thumbnails to create that perfect potential viewer experience and roll out.
Let's dig a little bit more into this channel, because I'm seeing they have 636 subscribers. But when you look at the view counts, they look quite healthy, quite encouraging, actually, either around sub count or beyond in most cases, 800, 500, 1,000. Why might this be if we are, I guess, criticizing the titles and the thumbnails a little bit?
Well, it depends on where the traffic is coming from. So that'd be something that I would be wanting to look at. So I guess it just sort of depends on where he's going. I mean, and how's the engagement on this? Because that graph there, to me, is highly, highly interesting.
Curious, isn't it? Yeah. With one comment as well.
Yeah.
Let's just have another look at it and see if it has a similar trend here.
Because when it's a bit too peaky, if you ask me, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice about it.
This is another one where.
What the heck?
Sorry. So another one here with 800 views, 6 comments, 200 likes, but then some curious view counts here as well. This might suggest that this creator is sharing their content externally on a Facebook group or a Reddit group, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But at the same time, you're not. What I always wonder here is that how well is the YouTube recommendation system coping with this external traffic? Does it mean that it can't find the right audience natively on the platform? So this creator is always going to have to share this content externally, and maybe it's going to suppress organic growth. YouTube have said that you should just share away your content on any platform, but I'm still not convinced by that. And this seems to be another channel that may be supporting this case, that they may get between 500 to 1,000 views consistently from their external traffic source, but how much traffic are they getting through browse, suggested, search?
Right.
Because like we tell you guys all the time, I mean, you can share externally as much as you want, but the best growth that you're going to get is organic growth on the YouTube platform itself.
I would definitely be expecting far more comments for a video with this much engagement from the views and the likes.
Yeah.
And so that's the question we're asking there. We're not, and let me stress, we're not saying that the creator's doing anything underhand here, any shady tactics. They've maybe just learned or been told that sharing their content externally is a good idea. And again, it's not necessarily a bad idea, but we're dipping under the surface here and we're finding some curious numbers that are making us ask questions. Yep. But that is Explorando Austin, Texas. Has he just changed his name? I'm sure it was Austin.
No, I think that was it.
Yeah. Was it? Sorry, I'm getting confused here. That is the first channel that we've audited. It is. My temperature, I just took a thermometer. I'm at 42 degrees right now. So I'm kind of having a YouTube fever in my head as we go forward. Next channel we're going to look at here is a gaming channel, and I'm delighted to take a look at Koi Fish Gaming, because this channel comments on all of our videos and all of our live streams, and they were the first channel to submit this week as a gaming channel. So again, first impressions, let's kick it off with Viper this time. What can you see?
Ooh, retro games. I love the defined purpose of the channel and the banner. As soon as you get on the channel, bam, retro gaming. It hits you in the face. I love it. Now we go down to the videos and titles and thumbnails. Let's see what we got here. We got fan select starting with Sonic 2, Donkey Kong. Okay. I mean, how many other stuff does the channel have? Can we scroll back up and look at that real quick?
420.
420.
420. Okay.
420. Eh? People
quit it, Rob. Quit it.
Snigger about that in the chat.
What did you get for change? Games that raised the Super Nintendo. I like some of the thumbnails, and some of them they're a little too busy. That fan select started with Sonic 2. I don't know what's going on in that thumbnail. That thumbnail was like, I see the live stream notes. So I guess that I don't know if they care about that much, but yeah. I don't know. These titles aren't really doing it for me, to be honest with you. They don't really tell me the purpose of the video. I don't know.
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's not enough context for me to like you snap your fingers. I get it in like 2 seconds, and research shows that people spend no more than 2 or 3 seconds per thumbnail per title. Viper, you're still trying to decode this 25 seconds later. Probably going to move on to the next video.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I would say try to work on making the title more intentional. Rob had it right on the head there. There's not enough context for me. The rest of the thumbnail besides that live stream, he said it was a generic live stream thumbnail, so I'll leave that one alone. The rest of them are okay. The Super Mario Kart thumbnail looked kind of, I don't know if that's a bad picture or what. It just looked kind of gooey. I don't know how else to explain it, but that might be.
You mean these ones?
Yeah, the Super Mario Kart. Yeah, yep.
So this isn't Mario Kart. This is
I thought it was Mario Kart. Can you read it? Oh, so
Street Fighter.
Oh, Hyper Street Fighter. Okay,
yeah.
Wow. See, I can't even read
that. But that is, I mean, I might be interested in like a Street Fighter version of Mario Kart. But as you say, because the thumbnail here is so blurry and it requires me a magnifying glass on a blown up thumbnail to get context. Again, that instant reaction is not there. I would probably get like first of all, a high resolution version of this image.
Yes.
And then really blow it up so that you can see Ryu and Ken and Guile in there driving in their cars with maybe the Super Nintendo logo somewhere to add the context of this is I guess a modded version of Mario Kart.
Yeah, because the Zelda thumbnails, I like those. Those are clear and defined. I know what that is, but I thought that was Mario. That's not even Mario. Jeff, go ahead, man. Clearly, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Go ahead, Jeff.
No, it's fine. I mean, you make some excellent points, and I think those are some of the most important surface level things that they could address would be the titles and the thumbnails. Some of them are just a little too busy. You know, where we've got like multiple characters and stuff. If you really focused it on one, like one of the better ones on here is this Donkey Kong Country one, because there's a rhino there. Cool. You've got the big game logo, Donkey Kong Country, and then you got Donkey Kong and Diddy right on the side. I think if anything, if it would have punched in a little bit closer on Donkey Kong and Diddy, I think it probably would have been fine. But this style is a little bit better for me. It's a lot less busy. And the background is mostly green, so that helps avoid the confusion. Because some of the backgrounds on some of these thumbnails are like, there's too much happening, and it makes it difficult to understand what's happening in the thumbnail itself. But I think, yeah, I mean, overall, just really kind of getting that sort of cleaned up, getting high-res images when possible, you know, obviously when possible. And then titling, you know, I like the fact that they're keeping it short and to the point. I think sometimes there's some there might be some additional content or maybe a different way of wording it that would make a little more sense. So one of the things I would really want this channel to really focus on, and advice for anybody would be, make sure that you have your title ready before you turn on the camera. Like really work on those titles before you turn on the camera.
Jeff, with the knowledge bomb there that I'm still trying to rewire the way I create videos, and you know, I'm getting there with it. I'm getting there with it.
You and me both, Rob, because it's very easy for me to just make a video without having.
I know. I just want to make the video and then worry about all that stuff later.
Yeah.
But I have a video that's popping right now, and it was a video where I prepared everything in advance. So you know, point proven. I want to ask you a bit more about this one, Jeff. Like, what is the selling point of this video? If you just look at the thumbnail and the title
for Donkey Kong,
for just this, like, what would you say is the selling point here of this? From the information that we know, what is the selling point?
For me, not much. Like I wouldn't have the thumbnail got my attention. The title didn't do anything for me because it didn't give me a reason to click it. There was no emotional hook. There's nothing there like, hey, watch me fail at Donkey Kong for 2 hours or whatever. But give me something to click on, because just Donkey Kong Country long play CRT 4K. What? This sounds like a file name. This doesn't sound like a title to a video. I'm not trying to be rude at all. I'm just being honest with you. It's what it sounds like to me. I'm trying to be honest, but that's what it sounds like to me. I'm not trying to roast their channel, but that's what it sounds like to me.
So here's what's the intriguing thing for me: 4K 60 frames per second. What I assume here is that's nothing to do with the video. I assume that this person is playing Donkey Kong Country, a Super Nintendo game that is 25 years old, in a 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. That's intriguing because that's a juxtaposition to how you'd expect to play this game. And so what I would be thinking is getting a screenshot of a 4K version of Donkey Kong, and then maybe putting in a big, 60 FPS plus as a potential reason to click. Like, I'm playing all of these old games where the graphics now look terrible, but I'm putting them through an emulator or whatever, and now they look absolutely phenomenal. Right. That's the messaging I get. But is that the truth? And if it is, then that's how I would sell this particular video. Yes,
yeah, I would agree, Rob. The 4K 60 is probably how they're playing the game. The only problem is that most people won't even see that part of the title because it's at the very end of a long title.
Yeah. So I think that has to be emphasized in the thumbnail. I think you would bring that sort of selling point to the thumbnail.
Remove the rhino, put 4K in there.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, he said that. We recommended that name.
Nice.
Is that from Video Ideas, maybe? Where it came from.
Oh boy,
it's possible. It's possible. Yeah,
but we always say daily ideas are ideas; they're not necessarily titles.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, that's something you got to remember, and this is something that we definitely want to make clear. is, especially if it's coming from DVI, which is the daily video ideas, don't take those titles verbatim. Like those, that's an idea for you to form a video idea out of, but not to like copy and paste and make it exactly what it is. You still, at the end of the day, are responsible for crafting a title that's going to get a human to click on it.
Yes. Like we always say, title for human beings. No, don't title for the robot.
Use your keywords, but title it for a human being. Got to give me a reason to click.
I do like what they're doing with the channel, though. I mean, obviously they're focusing on retro gaming, and a lot of people. There's a big crowd for that. There's a big audience for retro gaming. So keep doing what you're doing, man. Just refine it a little bit.
See, most people in this genre just are using the box art. I think there's a potential to do more here. Like this, I would say this is pretty much the video that Koi Fish Gaming has possibly made. But this channel has 50,000 subscribers, and I made a video 3 years ago. So maybe that's one of the reasons why this video has more pop. But yeah, that is Koi Fish Gaming there, and we've spent quite a bit of time talking about these first two channels, but we've been talking about titling, thumbnails, like the particular target audience. So all interesting stuff to kick us off. And now we'll move on to the next channel, which I believe, Viper, was one of your pre-selected picks. This is Clover Tap.
Yes.
They have just hit 10,000 subscribers now, 11,100. Tell us about this channel.
First off, shout out to Clover Tap, because you are always in our comments. That's pretty much the reason why I picked you, because I see you all the time in the streams and things like that. So shout out to you, man. Let's see. Clover Tap Production, Chain Fire Freedom. What? Okay, first of all, what does that mean? I don't even know what Chain Fire. What did that tell me? Very little, my dude. So I need you to kind of elaborate on that, or make it more intentional, because those three words don't really do much for me in my understanding of the channel. Now, when I look down at the titles and thumbnails, let's see. Diamond R Sidekick, Silencer. Okay, so this is the gun channel. Okay. Wow. First off, you might have a hard time just because YouTube is really cracking down on this stuff. So
it's a challenge, isn't it?
That could be a huge challenge to you. I mean, I'm not saying stop doing it, but I'm saying you might be careful about how you title and thumbnail thing, because YouTube will, they're really cracking down on the gun stuff. But besides all that, okay, so this thumbnail right here, how to field strip any Glock on the planet for cleaning. I love that thumbnail because it's so just like plain and clean, and it has the picture of the gun in your hand, and it's just nothing. It's like a minimalist. It's like a minimalist dream, that thumbnail. So I love that thumbnail. The one next to it with the guy in the picture, I don't know who that guy is. Oh, that's Alec Baldwin. Never mind.
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin. He looks like some type of 3D version of Alec Baldwin. I don't know what. I don't know if you need him in the picture per se, I guess.
Well, I think that was definitely following the trend in news stories surrounding him very recently. And in terms of following a trend in a news story, that was pretty effective for the channel. And it looks as if, because it's still live, it was done in an appropriate way.
Okay, don't listen to me then. All right, let me keep going here. Let's see, 5 gift ideas. Okay, that thumbnail is a tad bit busy. I will try to make that more minimum, like the gun one that I pointed out earlier. But other than that, I think I like how your titles are pretty intentional. I mean, I read your titles and I know exactly what to expect when I click on your video. So I like that, even though they are on a little bit on the longer side. So I don't know the way you're doing these titles. I don't know if there's a way for you to shorten them up, but if there is a way, I would consider it. But I do love the intentionality of your titles. So good job there.
Some of them can be shortened, because there's some of the older ones are double titles, so we can definitely do away with that. But you know, some of them, even like the one you had pointed out on the how to field strip, that one could have just been how to field strip any Glock. Like we don't need anything else. You can put the rest of it in the video and the rest of it in the description and the tags if you want. But I mean, just the simpler the better. Like when they do like my top 5 favorite 22 rifles, that's really all it needs, to be completely honest.
I've just sorted by most popular here, and it looks as if handguns seem to be quite popular in terms of their content. I guess what I'm interested in here is just, given how YouTube is evolving as a platform, I'm wondering if this channel has struggled maybe with, you know, if policies change. Like, you know, the channel was doing pretty well in August, and then it seems to have been almost as if, you know, YouTube's policies changed, and now, I mean, we don't know the full details of the channel. Are they having issues with limited ads, ad restrictions, restricted content? Those are all things that this channel is going to be, I guess, constantly fighting against with their content. But generally speaking, it looks as if the channel has good foundations, good thumbnails. Titles maybe need a little bit of tweaking. Thumbnails need a little bit of simplifying. But we're generally encouraged here, aren't we, by what we can see?
Yeah. And then I had a question come up in the chat too, and somebody asked, "What are double titles?" From what I mentioned it earlier.
Okay.
And that's basically when you write a title and then you put a dash or like a hard line, and then you write a secondary title. Like you see here, Rough Rider Revolver or Rancher Carbine / now use something else. That's a double title. And this is what you want to avoid. You want your title to just be your title and keep it short and sweet, straight to the point. If you can keep it under 50 characters, perfect. But there's no need for double titles. If you need a second title, you need to really rethink your entire title.
Interesting stuff there. So that is Clover Tack. Are you using the community tab? Let's just have a quick look. You are. You're using it on a very regular basis. So that is encouraging to see.
Well done.
As well. Well done, sir. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right then. So, folks, you might consider what we're doing here is a group conversation about channels, and we're spending 5 to 10 minutes doing this, and it's a very passive conversation because Clover Tech can't speak to us directly, neither can Koifish Gaming, Explorando, Austin, Texas. But just imagine for 1 second that you had the opportunity to not only speak to all of these fellow creators and have either Jeff or Travis or Alexi, our auditor extraordinaires, guiding you through that process. Then we may have just the thing for you. Did I give that the big sell, Jeff? Tell us a little bit more about group coaching.
Ah, man, nailed it. All right. So this is a brand new thing that we are running. So we are setting up the very first class for this. This is going to be the 3 of us coaches. It's going to be myself. It's going to be our friend Travis, and also the other fellow coach, Alexi. All right, we got it. Okay. So basically,
that was somebody ringing up saying, "Get me in, get me in."
That's right. That's what it was. The phones are ringing already. So it's basically introducing group coaching. So essentially what it's going to be 2 1-hour group coaching classes where you can it's essentially a live Q&A. So you can ask your questions directly, and the 3 of us will be answering those questions for you. Right now it's going to be at $99. That's not going to be the price forever. So this is the introductory price. It's obviously going to go up. So this is going to be an interesting conversation. On top of this group coaching we're going to have, there's also going to be some other perks involved. So you get the 2 times 1 hour group sessions, Q&A sessions with 3 YouTube growth experts. There's also going to be access to the private VIP Discord server. So that's going to be specific to the group coaching class. So, and that's going to be it's going to be an awesome setup for everybody. You're not just going to get coached by one person. It's going to be 3. It isn't going to be one-on-one, just to make it very clear, but you do get to ask your questions and we will be answering them directly. So this is going to be a pretty awesome program. Hopefully we'll get some good people joining in, but I'm excited for it. I'm pumped. I know Travis is pumped. So is Alexi. We're ready to go. So hopefully we get some of you guys in here and you can join us for this.
Yeah. When I polled people in this live stream, we asked 1,000 people, would you join a YouTube coaching group? And 73% said yes. So of course, this does have a price to it. But as we learn how we're going to do it and how we want to do it in the future, I'm just trying to get everything back on screen. There, come on, which button do I need to press? That one. I've made a complete mess of this. There we go. As we get this working correctly for you, that's why we're offering this limited price of $99. It is going to raise in the future. So if you do want to take advantage of it, make sure to do that in the next coming couple of days. Maybe if you do get some money for Christmas, maybe this is the thing that you want to invest in. I did have one question that I saw in the chat. Is there going to be, what is the limit per group? If we have one, Jeff, like, is it going to be 10 people per group or 15, or have we not yet established that?
So far, we have not established a limit on it yet.
All right.
Hey,
So go ahead,
Jeff. How long is the introductory price going on?
They have not said that yet, but as far as I know, it's going to be probably for this first class, and then most likely going to go up. I would say maybe January. I can't say 100%, but because I'm not in charge of that portion of it. So But yeah, I would say do it sooner rather than later if you want to get it
Absolutely.
at this price.
There is a link in the video description if you want to find out more information and take advantage of this offer. We will leave this as a little promotion in the bottom left-hand corner, but the best news is if you do subscribe, then you may get your name appearing over that advert. So if you don't want to see that advert, subscribe to the channel. But if you do want to take advantage of this offer, make sure to check out the description, and we will continue to talk about channels, which is what would happen in the group discussions. Star Wars Now. Jeff, was this the one that you picked beforehand?
I did.
You did? All right. Tell us why. What we're looking at.
No particular reason. I just felt, I felt the force. I felt the pull of the force here. And I said, you know what? I think we should talk about this channel. So the first thing we're going to talk about is, Viper, what do you think of this banner?
I know what they're trying to do, but the color scheme is off.
Yeah.
Now, normally I would have a problem with the banner not being very encrypted, but it's in Star Wars Now. But that's pretty much all we need. I just need better color scheme.
Yeah, I agree. Even if they just use using the Star Wars font, or the black background with the yellow, like like the scroll, whatever it might be, but just give me something that like yells Star Wars at me, I think would be something good. And also give me what is it, what is it that they're doing, right? What's the value proposition? Are you breaking down the movies? Are you breaking down the Disney Plus shows? Are we talking about Star Wars video games? What is it that we're talking about? That value proposition, I think, would be super useful. And then following down below this, we start actually getting into the videos themselves. And I'm sort of starting to wonder, like, what is it exactly that, what exactly we're doing? Because I'm seeing, what is Star Wars Eclipse, Bully Maguire, and Revenge of the Sith. Seems maybe like they're mixing a little dank meaniness with Star Wars, because I'm seeing a Rickroll right here. So I'm sort of struggling to see kind of exactly what the focus is. Maybe they just haven't found that yet, but we definitely have a little bit of focusing to do. It can't just be my focus is Star Wars. Nah, fam, you got to go a little bit deeper than that.
I'm definitely seeing the green shoots of something here. Like, they are trying to cover stuff that's been talked about in the Star Wars universe now. Like, I saw that Star Wars Eclipse trailer. Did anyone else see it? Right. I thought it was absolutely appalling, if I'm honest. Like, if it was trying to show off a video game, give me some game footage. And it just seemed like a collection of cutscenes bunched together in a montage. And I thought it was terrible. Anyway, that's my personal opinion. They're covering new stories. They're trying to do this trick of highlighting something in a thumbnail, like this red circle.
No.
The problem is they just haven't got the execution right.
No.
Yeah, because maybe this needs to be zoomed in, or an arrow pointing at it, or the thumbnails themselves need to be less busy. And there's just this general feeling of like, I know I need to maybe add some text to a thumbnail, but I'm not quite sure how to do it in an impactful way. And I think, as you say, Jeff, this channel is just at the very beginning stages of trying to work out how to best pitch their content to, I think, the audience that they know. Their target audience is super hardcore Star Wars fans who want to know the latest information before I can get it anywhere else on the internet.
Yeah, and I think that's something where it might be a bit advanced for them at this point, but I would start looking at some successful channels that are doing this type of content, whether it's Emergency Awesome or whoever you might be looking at. Because it really starts with topic. It really starts with what's the latest and hottest thing in Star Wars. So you start really starting at the topic, but also following some of these other channels that are very successful can also give you ideas about what kind of thumbnail style gets people to actually click. What kind of thumbnails do Star Wars fans actually click on, and what kind of titling actually gets their attention.
I don't get to do this often, but Rob, can you do me a favor and pull up the Viper channel?
Yes, sir. How many Y's is that again?
Just 1, 2, 3. Just 3.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I just did a thumbnail that is an amazing execution. If I do think to myself on how to highlight something, if you want to highlight something in the thumbnail.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, Rob saw right away. If you go to the Public Enemy thumbnail, I have a picture of an air tag and an arrow pointing right to the air tag, and it's big because LFA taught me when you have a product or something in the thumbnail, it has to be big, obviously, because again, most people are watching YouTube on a mobile device, so if your thumbnail needs to go big, but that is how you properly highlight something with an arrow. Like, the people need to be able to see what you're highlighting. Otherwise, there's no point in highlighting it. So Just be, I'm not saying it's a perfect thumbnail, but if you're going to highlight something in a thumbnail, that's a good way to go about doing it.
Well, fundamentals. So there's a contrast between foreground and background because you are blurred in the background. The arrow is nice, big and chunky, and it has this glow effect. So again, that contrasts a little bit more. And then you have the intrigue of this public enemy in like the perfect font. So that's also creating intrigue. So it's and it's simple. You know, it's pretty much 3 or 4 elements there. My eye can track this thumbnail very quickly. So I'm intrigued. What does the title say? Apple AirTags are not your enemy. All right. So there's more intrigue there. So no, I think that's a very good job of a thumbnail there, Viper. So thanks for pointing it out as a demonstration for this channel as to how they may want to emphasize certain aspects of their thumbnail a little bit more than just a red circle.
Yep.
So that is Star Wars Now, approaching 50 subscribers. Okay, my pre-selected channel is a pet channel. Yay!
Ooh,
Pet
yay.
Connection
All right,
International. All right.
Yeah, we saw them before.
So I thought
like a movie.
I thought I got a little bit of deja vu here. That maybe we'd looked at this channel in the last 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you this question: what is this channel about?
Gerbils.
Banner.
Okay, bang on. So why is it called Pet Connection International? I'm thinking of target audience here.
Because
we're not talking about pet lovers. We're talking about gerbil owners or fans of gerbils.
Well, this might be a situation where they're setting themselves up to broaden their content at some point in the future.
Yeah, that is possible. I won't argue with that. But all of the thumbnails seems to suggest that this is a gerbil-centric channel for now. Because I think like once you decide you're a gerbil channel, think of the amazing channel names that you could come up with in terms of gerbils. I can't think of any right now exactly, but you know, I'll think of some while Jeff and Viper are commenting on the channel in general.
Yeah, no, we've definitely done this channel before. This is something where I think that's what was happening. I think, yeah, and they're in the chat as well. It says I plan to expand later. So I think that's what they're doing. They're sort of laying the groundwork to expand to other types of animals, I'm assuming.
Yep.
But that's definitely something where right now they are doing gerbil related content. And obviously they're going to have to bring in a different animal at some point, but that's always going to be at the risk of alienating the audience that you're building, the gerbil owners, or sorry, you know, the gerbil enthusiasts. You might alienate them by bringing in something that's too different. Like suddenly you start talking about snakes or something.
The gerbalites.
Yeah. So
I don't know, but they are getting amazing view for their channel size. So
oh, for sure.
Yeah, you are right there. Looking at 325 subscribers, view counts usually in excess. I guess what I would say is that there's not enough content here. I would say as a pet owner, I'm probably wanting to see a video 2 or 3 times a week. And sometimes we just get a short, which is a minute or less. It feels as if this channel is exactly where they are right now because they don't currently have the time or the opportunity or the resources to create more content.
It's possible, yeah. But I like what I'm seeing so far. Ranking, I like that they did a tier list, ranking the 14 gerbil beddings and stuff. So, I mean, good move. Christmas presents for gerbils, like, you know, stuff like that is very timely. Amazon top 7, Smart Play. It's very good, especially if you're doing any sort of affiliate marketing. So it's always a good move to do listicles around the holidays. But yeah, I think that's the only thing I would be, if they plan on expanding at a certain point, definitely make sure you try to keep it as closely related to the gerbil family as possible to not super alien. Like if there's, I'm not familiar, so you have to excuse my ignorance. But if there's another animal that is very closely related to a gerbil, maybe there's a way we can expand into that. And that way you're not whiplashing your audience.
I would be curious to know if that channel is using playlists, because if they're not, they are missing an opportunity, in my opinion.
Okay, I'm just doing a quick search to see what's going on in the world of gerbils. Erin's Arc seems to be the channel leader in this space. So I might be tempted, given how old some of these videos are, almost like saying, let's have a look at this video, how to tame a gerbil. You know what? I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it in 2.5 minutes. I'm going to do an updated version of it because maybe you may get a bit of traction by almost slinging your hook onto the back of this. I mean, would we be able to tell how many views this channel's video's getting? Let's take a quick look. Is our tool going to tell us? Let's find out. Historical. I'm guessing this may have some evergreen potential on it.
Oh, yeah.
It looks as if it's got evergreen potential, so it's slowly getting views, maybe 100 to 200 a day. And I know that the original channel has already done some evergreen style content. If we go back here, I can see these first couple of videos. Those feel as if they've got evergreen potential and they're getting views now. Now, what can you do to maybe improve upon existing videos in your video topic?
Rob, can we check real quick and see if they're utilizing playlists?
Oh, sorry, Viper. Yeah, I went off on a bit of a tangent there. Yeah, let's have a look.
Good. Oh, they are. Okay, cool.
A couple, not too many.
You as you get more and more comfortable with the content that you're doing on this channel, you might want to utilize playlists more, especially if you're going to hang around the gerbil content for a while, because what happens is that once you create playlists and put videos together, you create a binge session. I think that's what YouTube calls it. And that is how that's how you get more watch time and get more potential subscribers.
And then just my final question in terms of the thumbnails. I think the creator already has very good thumbnails, but is there a particular style or theme? And so you can see there's quite a difference between your thumbnail and the thumbnail from this Erin's Arc, where maybe the colors are a bit softer and it's kind of more of a cutesy look to the thumbnails. And also the owner is in the thumbnails as well. I'm wondering if that's something worth testing as well in your content. Because it's like you're already at a very high standard with your thumbnails, but is there a way we can improve them even more? So that is Pet Connection International. Let's move on to the next channel. It is from our Twitter competition. We have multiple ways to get channels selected. And this week we had just a deadpan face of me staring at the camera with a caption that we wanted. And the caption that we thought was the best was from Fraudmeister RL. And it was a point of view when your teacher asks you to explain, when you ask to explain the topic again. This is actually something that happened to me frequently when I was a teacher, and I just wasn't able to educate people. And I would try and tell them a concept. They would look at me and ask me to explain it again.
Whoa. Okay, I'm new here, so maybe I wasn't aware, but you were a teacher?
In a previous life, I was an English for speakers of other languages teacher. Yes, that was more than 10 years ago.
Wow.
So, yeah, there's a bit of insider knowledge for you. But yeah, I have that face often. And maybe I'm going to have that face again as we look at Fraudmeister in real life. It looks like it's a Rocket League channel just from the channel banner. And yeah, we'll get first impressions, I think, from Viper this time. What are we seeing for this channel?
All right, there is absolutely nothing happening much in the banner except for a bunch of little cars. But again, that doesn't tell me anything. So now I got to go look at the videos and the thumbnails. And what the Viper see? Looks like a bunch of car games, maybe? Let's see. Fireball Madness, greatest tactic in Bed Wars of all time. Rocket League. Okay. Teamwork makes the dream work. Okay. So because I'm Viper and I have a history of video games, I can tell from my own history of what you're trying to do. But being an average viewer, I have no idea what the hell I'm looking at. So that's problem number one. Your title needs to be more intentional as far as what is it that okay, here we go again. When you make a title on a video, you all, there has to be some type of value proposition. Like, why should a potential viewer watch your video? And I'm looking at these titles, and you're quoting the name of the game and things like that. But the average viewer doesn't know Rocket League. They don't know what that is. So why should they click on it? And then you're using numbers again. And now Hefe mentioned earlier about how using numbers is not the best way to go, because it pushes away potential viewers. Because if you got a number 19, they might feel like they have to watch the first 18, and it just doesn't work. So avoid using part numbers and things like that in your titles if you can. But yeah, I need more intentional titles on these videos. I don't know what I'm supposed to get out of them. I just don't.
It may also look like the channel has decided to start switching games. Like they're getting maybe a little frustrated with their progress in Rocket League, and now they're jumping onto Bed Wars, which is a Minecraft mod as far as I'm aware. And I'm sure Dan would explain that the connection between a open world construction game and a fast paced racing team game, how much of a crossover is there? And of course, looking at the channel, they haven't published anything in the last 3 months. Nothing.
Yeah, that's not a good look either.
So let's get back onto YouTube, I think, with a decision about which game are you going to cover, how are you going to make the titles more intriguing, more clickable. And I think just a basic question of how is Fraudmeister RL going to differ from Rocket League channel 779, who's also doing very similar things. I look at this channel and I see this type of channel many times before. So what's going to be the differentiator here?
Also, unless you have a channel name that clearly defines the purpose of your content, you really want to give some type of value proposition in the banner. Like I should look at your banner and know what's going on. And when I look at this banner, I mean, no, I don't really know. I don't know.
So we wish you in advance, Fraudmeister, all the best of luck as you return to your YouTube channel. Discord is a place where you can have a conversation with the vidIQ community at large. We have thousands of members and we have many different channels. And the thing that we stress is not just to plug your own content, but to help others and provide value, such as thumbnail advice. We have a entire channel where people will put their thumbnails there and say, is this a good one? Is this a bad one? Should I choose thumbnail A, thumbnail B? And we have lots of support in that area. And every single week through the Discord community, we randomly select, well, no, we don't randomly select. We pick somebody who is a valuable contributor to the Discord community to get a channel audit. So if you do want to get into the Discord vidIQ community, there is a link in the description. Make sure to check it out. And the channel we have picked this week is another gaming channel. I wish Dan was here right now. It is Fieldy Craft. They have 80 subscribers. There's a bit more of a value proposition here, in a sense, Viper, that we know it's about Minecraft and schedule in about page. Okay. I probably wouldn't bother putting that there. I would maybe think of a value proposition. Because my question is, how many people have ever said, yeah, all right, let's go to the about section to get your schedule, which isn't there anyway. So just a little channel banner update maybe at some point.
Just look at how happy faith, man. Just look at how happy faith. Love it. I love it. Oh God, this is great.
Who wants to go first this time? Go on, Jeff. I'll let you loose on this one to begin with.
Jeff, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I think you're muted.
You're muted.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, no, I agree. It's like I agree with the channel banner for sure. You know, it's Fieldy Craft. All right, cool. Subscribe. Okay, cool. But you got to give me a reason to, right? Value proposition first and foremost. That's going to be the most important thing. Now, what game are we playing here? I have no idea. So we're doing Minecraft, obviously, and we're doing a specific type of update. If it's Bedrock Hardcore, so definitely lean into that as much as you can.
It looks like there's many different variants of Minecraft here. There's Bedrock, there's Hardcore, there's Survival Time Lapse. I think Dan would probably suggest like picking one of these lanes within Minecraft because it's such a huge area. I mean, YouTube have just posted, I think, some information about Minecraft that there's now been, is it like 1 trillion views have been recorded now on Minecraft. So there's so much volume of not only content and views that, especially as a smaller channel, you want to try and differentiate yourself as one particular creator for a very particular type of Minecraft player.
Yeah, how-to, you know, there's guys doing straight up how-to content. Like he's got a how to quick craft in, you know, Minecraft or whatever. So stuff like that can do really, really well. It's evergreen essentially, especially if it doesn't change a lot, like the actual building process or farming process from update to update. I've seen some channels have massive views, small channels with huge view numbers on these how-to videos, whether it's how to build a house or how to do whatever. I don't play this game, so I can't say. But you know, they've got a lot of that how-to type of content that works well for them. So it really depends on which way you want to go. But I would try to avoid trying to do everything on your channel. I'm not saying don't do everything in your personal life on this game, but what you record and put on your channel, try to focus that.
Yeah, good point.
Try to focus that where you can.
Now, Viper, I am feeling a couple of tremors here.
I am too. I think something's about to happen here.
Yeah, I think I've just broken my camera doing that. Now, tell us what we're talking about here.
Things. I just realized we're not on the same page right now, but that's okay. Yeah. Okay. Minecraft thumbnails. They're a whole different breed because Minecraft at its core doesn't really give way to like resolution and looking like something that you can actually look at. So they're hard. The Minecraft thumbnails are hard, but there's way too much text. And not only that, the text is like teeny tiny. I can't, dude, we are on a desktop right now and I can't read a lot of these text. I mean, I can read some of it, but on the top row thumbnails, there's some text like in the top right corner. I can't read that. And we're on a desktop. I can't read it. Like, what is that? You have to be understand. Okay. I talk about this all the time on these live streams, but I'm going to talk about it again. Did you know, you all, that 80% of people who consume YouTube content are doing it from a mobile device? So something the size of this iPhone. So 80% of people who are watching YouTube are doing it from something like that. Can they look at your thumbnail and discern what's going on this? You need to think about that. Think about it. Because if they can't, they're going to scroll right past your video. So give yourself a chance, y'all. Give yourself a chance. Make your thumbnail big so people on mobile devices can readily see with a quick glance what's going on in your thumbnail.
Now, credit to the creator, I think, at least in his top row of thumbnails, Viper, where they may be trying something a little different, where they've almost gone from one extreme here to text all over the place to now almost no text, apart from, personally speaking, very useless text about telling you of an episode number. I feel as if this kind of felt like the happy medium, whereby big object on the left-hand side, maybe that's how you build it, or the materials required to feed that animal. There's some intrigue there. We'll probably need more context in the title, which feels very much like a file name. You know, this is the game, I'm playing it, episode 1. Not much excitement there. And I think that feeling is in these last 4 videos as well, in that you started a series with some episode numbers, but now you've started another series with some different episode numbers. So when's there going to be more about Bedrock Hardcore? Or is this the same as Bedrock Hardcore, but it's a different series? The episode numbers are confusing me. I don't know if I should carry on watching. We will always try and preach that each video should be able to stand on its own 2 feet and be pitchable to a brand new viewer of your content. If you want to include episode numbers and how the series is developing once the people are into the video, absolutely fine. But don't give the viewer more work to do in a thumbnail in that they have to decide whether or not they want to watch episode 6 or 7 and then go back to episode 1 earlier on. Yeah. It's just that general advice on episode numbers.
Yeah, call to action.
It's prevalent in gaming.
Yeah, call to action can work in your favor when you want to do this. Like, I would remove the episode numbers and in the video. Now, this is moving forward, but let's say this was like part 3 that you're doing. At the end of part 3, you could say, hey, and if you guys want to see how I got to this point, check out the other 2 videos that I'm gonna leave for you on the screen. And then you could just leave the videos right there. That'll send them to the other videos, but they don't feel forced to have to look at part 1 and part 2 so that they can watch part 3.
All right, then can we have a collective drum roll, please? We have a brand new awesome guest joining us, and they go by the name of Travis.
Hello.
Welcome, Travis.
Hi, I'm here
Christmas
shortly.
Episode.
Just a little bit.
Hey, how are you doing, Travis?
I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there, I suppose.
It is
Moving stuff
awesome
around.
to see you, sir. Awesome to see you. And I think you've joined for a very... Oh, hang on. Right, there we go. You've joined for a very special reason.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more. We kind of hinted at it earlier on.
Yeah. So we're launching something new and cool in January, where we're going to be doing some group coaching, which means kind of like this, where we'll have a live stream, except for it's not going to be you trying to fight with 300 or 600 or 700 other people to be talked to directly. It'll be a much smaller, kind of more intimate thing. And we'll have like a private Discord just for those people as well. But mainly you're going to be hearing about things that we don't actually get to talk about on our regular channel, some of the cooler tips on how to grow your channel. Then also we'll be looking specifically at your channels. Now here, of course, on the Tuesday live streams, we have to go through as many as we can. So we kind of quickly, talk about thumbnail and stuff, but we're going to talk beyond that in the new group coaching, where we're going to talk about actual strategies, and we're actually going to talk about the reason why certain things work. We're going to look at case studies. We're going to do some really fun things. Really looking forward to it. But you got to sign up now, because we're only going to have space for a certain amount of people, because we don't want it to be too big. We don't want 300 people in the chat and then we just have another one of these. We want it to be, one of the things we see in the chat all the time is, I wish they could talk about my channel, or I wish they could talk about my thing. Well, in something like this, there's going to be just enough people that we'll be able to talk to a lot of people more specifically between them. We'll have 2 1-hour calls a month. You also have a recording after the fact. So if you miss them, it doesn't matter. You got your recording. Plus, you'll be able to ask questions, submit them for our live stream. So if you're looking to start the new year off by kicking YouTube's butt and giving yourself more YouTube subscribers and views, this is your opportunity. So go ahead and hit that button.
Hey, Travis.
Yeah.
What is the cap for like one class? Like how many people can be in one class or whatever?
I don't know, Viper. I'm trying to sell this thing. Don't put some salt in my game. What's wrong with you, man?
We're not putting limits on it quite yet.
It's a little bit more than what we have right now, but a little bit less than what we have in the live stream right now. Put it this way. It's not going to be to the point where there's so many people that you can't get your question answered. And we'll have to figure out exactly what that ends up being. The first month is kind of an experiment. We're going to have 2 1-hour calls and we'll figure it out. I mean, it could be 30, 40 people, could be 20 people. I don't know. We'll see. But we're keeping it so that it's not so big that you feel like your question is never getting answered. With this, your question will get answered.
Yeah, I think, and just when you have like-minded people who, you're creating as an individual often. And sometimes it's just awesome to get together. Like sometimes when we randomly get together in meetings and we're supposed to be talking about a certain thing, we'll just go off on tangents and get really interesting conversations out of them, don't we? And that's kind of what we're encouraging here. It's like creators who work in isolation, many different topics, completely different audiences, but they all share that common goal of building communities. And there are many shared tips, tactics, strategies, or war stories sometimes to share about different parts of YouTube.
I need to step in here real quick, Rob. So this comment here, $100 a month, holy. Now you're probably thinking that $100 a month is a lot, and in some instances it is. But if you sign up for the group coaching and you learn how YouTube works and the intricacies and learn how to grow your channel, you will make that money back 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, bro.
Easily.
Okay?
And the other thing is, Viper knows about this. Just stop going to Starbucks every day. All you got to do is literally not go to Starbucks every single day and you've paid for it. So yeah, I mean, by the way, this price is not going to stay this way. It will go up. So if you're getting your little Christmas gear stuff together, put it on your Christmas list. It's an incredible deal. We're going to make sure you feel all the value, really excited about it. So yeah, that's it. You can sign up. Links in the description, I believe. Right? Isn't that right, Rob?
Yep.
Links in the description, and I'm going to put on a ticker tape as well. Are you able to stick around for a while, Travis?
I got to run. I have someone coming in the house right now. It's actually my vacation, but I want to come by and let everyone know about this. I'm excited to hopefully see some of you guys and gals in group coaching in January.
Yep. All right. Well, we wish you the best of luck, Travis. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everybody. Peace and love. Bye-bye.
And
all right. Now,
also,
see, that's commitment, Jeff. Travis comes on for 3 minutes, and you're here for the full 2 hours.
That's right.
So I personally salute you for your efforts.
Is anybody not on vacation this week? Are we all on vacation? What's going on here?
I'm not on vacation.
Holidays, man. But
I'm on the clock.
But I did want to address something about that pricing. So anybody who would say, yeah, that's expensive, I challenge you to look up group coaching for YouTube from anywhere else.
Yes.
I challenge you to look up what coaching costs one-on-one and take a look at those prices and then come back and tell me that this is expensive. I challenge you to do that because it's priced aggressively for a reason. But there are, and not throwing shade or anything, but usually when you look at YouTube coaching, it could be anywhere from $3,000 for 1 hour, $5,000 for 1 hour, up to as much as $10,000 for 1 hour. So what we're talking about, I just want to give you some context, because if you think that's expensive, it's because you probably have not shopped around for what this kind of stuff actually costs. So I just would say, go ahead and take a look around, see what it looks like, and then kind of make your decision based on that.
Damn.
All right, then. If you are unable to do group coaching, then we continue to welcome you in this live stream where we're going to audit some more channels with Jeff's favorite part of the show.
The claw.
Like you did a concert.
Perfect. I perfectly timed that. Perfectly timed. All right. So, folks, what happens now is that we go completely random. You've submitted your channels, 260 non-gaming channels and 236 gaming channels. So I just adjust the claw to make sure that we cover every single channel that's in there. And we're going to pick a number. And the number is 244. I take that number, I put it in our Google form, which gives me the channel URL, and we take a look at this channel called Tutorials Mag. I'm a little bit hesitant here because I think we audited this channel last week, and by look of a draw, they've got. Oh no, hang on. Did we audit this channel, or did I audit this channel on Heather's Think Media live stream on Thursday?
I was here last week and we didn't do this channel.
All right, then. Well, it's a tech channel, so I can just take a quick break. Jeff, pipe it over to you.
I could just take a quick break. I'm out of here, sir. One of the first things I would say for Tutorials Mag, first things first, as crisp and clean as your banner looks, value proposition. So if it's tech tutorials, tips, and tricks for non-techie folks, let's find a way of simplifying that down to I simplify technology, something. But just hit me with 3 words. We don't need Tutorials Mag logo, all this stuff in the middle. It's already right here. There's no reason to have that there. Hit us with the value proposition right up front.
Would it get cut off in mobile as well? I'm thinking those might be your cut off lines.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is why it's better off to just have the value proposition smack in the middle and don't worry about what's on the sides.
Yep. Thumbnails. Let's see what we've got here. What's the channel size actually? Just under 100 subscribers. Wow, this is encouraging numbers, aren't they?
Yeah, these are advanced thumbnails for a channel of this size. Numbers are looking quite good. Hopefully the engagement is on par. But what I like is that this is an evergreen play. How to use background sounds, how to use Google Assistant, how to locate an offline. So they are doing they're playing the long game, which I like.
Now, as I mouse over the videos themselves, obviously we don't often have time to look at the videos themselves, but there have been many tech education channels in the past. What I think this channel how they differentiate themselves is, looks as if they're a faceless channel, but just look how clean. They almost look like adverts for the products and tools that they're talking about. My guess is it's probably some voice generation, or it may just be music with the text. Is this going to work? Okay. It's kind of working. But I think from a viewer's point of view, seeing these nice, clean images is probably what's going to be their unique value proposition.
You got to put it at like 360p and maybe it'll.
Yeah, it's
that hamster.
I try that, and then it just does not make. I shall put it at 144p.
Yeah, give it a shot. Let's see what happens.
Completely ruin the quality of the video.
It's the hamster, man. It's the hamster.
It is. It's frustrating. That's StreamYards for you.
We got to retire that hamster.
Or shall I get a replacement gerbil?
Yes, replace it with a gerbil.
Needs a Pet Connection. Can you tell me what gerbil I need to get to power up this?
You need a very fast gerbil.
Anyway, so yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to go with the little thumbnail previews, but this looks nice and clean, very, very, very good.
Yeah, very promising content.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think maybe they could do around this time of year, Jeff, in terms of tutorials?
I mean, if anything, because they've done what it looks like, some of their stuff was how to customize their icons or customize their Android, for Halloween. Maybe if they could do something like that around Christmas or New Year's, things of that nature, or if there's anything that's time sensitive for New Year's around updates, that might be something to think about. Maybe even, hey, start your New Year's fresh with a freshened phone, like a nice wipe and start fresh. And because that's usually what I actually do myself. Is I'll
Yeah.
kind of do a factory reset on a phone around New Year's to kind of start things off fresh. Always back up your stuff first, obviously, but things of that nature might be the way to go.
So let me ask you this then: what do you think the target audience of this channel is?
Honestly, I don't know if they actually have one. I mean, it seems like the target audience would be non-tech savvy people, and showing them exactly how to do stuff like track a phone and how to use Google Assistant. So it seems like they're just targeting. It's almost like they want to become a library for general users. Like if somebody types in a question on Google, his video should appear. So like a utility channel, which is totally fine. Like that's perfect.
Oh no, their target audience is pretty clear to me. Their target audience is the iPhone user.
Is it? Because they're doing customized. Oh, well, you know what? You might be right. I was thinking.
All right, iOS 15, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking they were doing Android as well, but no.
No, everything is iOS 15 from what I'm looking at.
So why do you think you were a little fooled there? Is it because some of the outlines of the phones look more Androidy than iPhone? Because we don't see the notch.
No, it's more because I'm not used to customization on iOS.
Right.
I'm not used to it. I'm not saying it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I'm just not used to it. So yeah.
The reason I'm asking this question specifically is because who is the ideal viewing candidate for this channel? And I was thinking of two different ways of answering this. Is it like you were kind of maybe hinting at, Jeff, like somebody who isn't very tech savvy, but they want to know how to do new things on their phone? Or is it somebody who's already tech savvy and wants to know those intricate little menu settings and things that can really change the operation of a phone? Or is it a brand new iOS phone owner? Because I think that could really really impact how they create their content. Because what I was thinking at the start of the year, I was thinking like maybe if somebody's been gifted an iPhone, like or a hand-me-down, like the son or the daughter is giving their iPhone 11 to their mum or dad, and they've never used one before. It's like, okay, well, that's a completely different type of tutorial.
Yep.
I'm thinking without iCloud or relaxing background sounds. It feels as if it's somebody who already owns an iPhone and has had one for maybe 2 or 3 years, but now they're wanting to, I guess, increase the efficiency, increase the productivity, customize it a little bit more. So they're already a little bit tech savvy, and I want to know those quick 3-4 minute solutions. Because I was thinking New Year's, maybe you do like these 10-15 minute complete guides on how to use all of the settings in iOS, or like how to use the camera app. There's these different questions that are being asked in my head for a channel that's already starting to be really successful with the content that they're doing.
Yeah, they've got some focus, and whether they stumbled on it or if they planned it that way, we don't know. But I think further focusing in for sure could help. And they're pretty niched in as it is already. But I think you're right. I think if they really found which lane they want to do, or they could have it as separate lanes within the same channel, but have a series specifically for, hey, you just got an iPhone? Here's the first video you need to see. Here's the first 5 things you need to do. Because there was channels on the Android side, Viper remembers this, that used to blow up with how to unlock beast mode on your Galaxy S6.
Oh, yeah.
How to unlock beast mode on your Galaxy S7. It was literally the same tips for every single video, but it was just, go into developer settings, turn off animations, and like all this stuff that would like make your phone feel faster. But basically it's like, hey, here's the top 5 things you need to do as a brand new iPhone owner, because iOS is going to be the same. Regardless of which iPhone you're going to get, your iOS is going to be the same unless they're just not updated. So, but even showing people how to update stuff. So
you give me flashbacks here.
Oh no. Hey Viper, get ready. You're going to see Rob's old channel.
Yeah, maybe. I'm sure I remember I made a video about what can you plug. Here we go. Yeah. You can plug USB devices into your Galaxy S8, and it got nearly 1 million views on something as.
Where's the facial hair, Rob?
Yeah, look at me there, blimey.
Wow.
Terrible green screening. The beard isn't there. The green is all filling me out. Ugh. Anyway. So it's a previous life. I know we're lingering on this channel a little bit, but there's some really interesting things going on here. Look at how, to begin with, the channel focus was a little bit all over the place. Gaming PC builds, then how to create a free Windows 10 bootable USB, then something about how to use AirPods on Windows 10, Android device, iPhone device, Android device, AirPods. Then their pivot is strictly now onto iOS. It looks like iOS tutorials, and now the view counts have fairly consistent. You know,
Smart play.
hundreds, sometimes thousands, which is
smart
good
play.
stuff. Yeah,
A little trouble converting subs, but that's
True,
going to be the
true.
way it is on evergreen content for sure. You're going to definitely get more views and watch time than you will subscribers, but you know, it just is what it is. But this is a good long play, so I would keep going. I'm highly encouraged by what I'm seeing from a channel under 100 subscribers here.
It's one of those channels where I think they'll hit 4,000 hours of watch time way before they hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
But the numbers will take care of themselves if you're continuing to target a particular audience.
Yeah, good consistency of messaging. So, and they're here in the chat. So, Tutorials Mag, you know, well done. I like what I'm seeing here.
Good, very good foundations for this channel, except for the channel banner, which probably needs a little bit of tweaking. I don't want to leave this channel without just having any feedback from you, Viper, because if I don't do that, then I'm just going to throw you into a gaming channel, and that would be very cruel.
I mean, it appears to me that they are definitely on the right track. Like Jeff said earlier, they are making evergreen content. So this channel is up to get viewed for a very, very long time. I mean, I just had a period where I went with like 24 days without uploading a single channel to YouTube, and it killed my channel. So now I'm trying to get back on the wheel. But if this channel were to do something like that, they'd actually be fine because they got all this evergreen content and they're going to give you regardless. So if you guys, let me rewind. For those of y'all in the chat that don't know what we mean when we talk about evergreen content, basically we talk about content that has no time limit. So it'd be something like how to tie a tie or how to tie your shoes or something like that that is timeless. Content that will always get you views no matter what time of year it is, no matter when, how, whatever. So that is what we mean when we say evergreen. And that channel is set up for evergreen content for a long time.
I'm just trying to find a good example. Think Media do this a lot when they do like full camera guides on stuff, or like user guides, and they'll just get they'll continue to get like 5 or 10 views an hour on something like 3 years later, and so just the passive audience, the passive income, it can be quite phenomenal when you have that strategy. Let's try and tackle a gaming channel together, shall we, Jeff?
The Claw. Say it with me, chat. The Claw.
In unison, please. In unison. Gaming channel 145. The channel we are going to look at here is called Fennec, I believe. And so this is where we just look at channels' first impressions. You know, we got a clear idea of what Tutorials Mag was within about 30 seconds to 60 seconds. That's a very good sign. Are we going to get the same experience from Fennec? Let's take a look. The channel banner doesn't help me out.
Not the banner, no.
But I'm getting strongish Minecraft vibes from the few videos that they've done so far, which is fine, not bad.
Except for that shower post.
Yeah, that was from a year ago. I don't really get that one. Or it's funny how the high YouTube one is the video with the most views on the channel. A little curious, but they have started to make a bit more content in Minecraft. Not that much to go with yet. Looks as if they were doing an epic journey through like different days. Go ahead, Viper.
That thumbnail, the Minecraft hardcore epic work done day 150. That is a perfect Minecraft thumbnail because, again, I told you guys earlier that the Minecraft content itself, the resolution is kind of low and it's hard to look at, but somehow they made that particular thumbnail pop using a character from Minecraft. That is an excellent thumbnail. Now, I don't know what the hell the title means, but the thumbnail is amazing.
It's not for us, man.
I guess what you could add is tension in the title. Like, I almost died in Minecraft Hardcore on day 150 or something along those lines. Because we're back to the concept of this is a file name rather than a title.
Yeah.
It's very easy to. I'm gonna title it this so I can store it in this folder on my computer. It's not necessarily going to convince anybody to click, but at least I know where it is on my computer.
Does anybody know what the hell's going on with that banner? Though? What is happening? What is OE? What is that?
Yeah, well, I guess it's just YouTube. They've taken out everything apart from O&E.
That's just weird.
Oh, that's a curious description as well.
The guy that fell into the river.
Fell into the river.
All righty then.
I mean, there are some encouraging signs here, like for these last 3 or 4 videos that you've done, into double digits. The one from a week ago already has 60 views. I think you're pretty much on well, you were doing some hardcore stuff for like 3 episodes, and now it's no, it is still hardcore. So you're going in the right direction. But what I would tell you to do for this channel, because we haven't got enough videos yet, is continue to do pretty much what you're doing in the videos in terms of thumbnails, especially, probably the content as well. Continue to do that for the next 25 to 50 videos to skill up, and then start to decide whether you want to really continue to focus down that route or you want to branch out a little bit more, because you should have a lot of data by then. But given your current publishing rate, that's going to take you 3 to 6 months. Are you able to up your production rate a little more?
All right, here's another tip for everybody in the chat. Now, this will depend on your objective and your channel and what you do on your channel. If you are a channel and you're on camera, your actual face is on camera, I would highly recommend that you put an actual photo of yourself in your channel avatar. It's just more impersonable. It creates that connection with a potential viewer instead of putting some random picture in your avatar. Now, if you are a faceless channel and you don't have your face on camera, I don't know. I mean, obviously, you're not going to do that. But again, if you're on camera, consider putting an actual picture of yourself as your avatar, not just a random photo. That's my advice.
Anything else, Jeff, or are we good to pick another channel?
No, consistency. I mean, that's my biggest takeaway, which you addressed. You know, consistency is going to be a big thing. If you can't do weeklies, try to do bi-weeklies, but try to get yourself on a schedule to kind of start getting your numbers up, start getting those reps in of getting these videos done, of getting the thumbnails made, of getting these things going. Practice really, really makes perfect when it comes to YouTube. So really, just get in there and start getting consistent with these uploads, man.
Significant gaps here, aren't there? Like 4 months between this video and this video, and then presumably 3 weeks a month between this video and this video. And
life happens, you know, we have the holidays, life happens, but you know, still, it's if you're serious about this, serious enough to where you're going to submit your channel for an audit, then hopefully you listen.
Take it away, sir.
The claw.
Did it a different way this time.
That's right. We got a little variety.
I remember we were going to try and do it as a harmony. Can we try that next time?
I'm tone deaf, man. What do you mean?
Well, you just do it at normal. Piper, would you say you'd be better as a lower pitch or higher pitch?
Probably. Actually, I'm talented. I probably do either or.
I think you got the voice for a lower pitch. So probably, you do the lower end. I do the higher end. You just keep it where you are. Okay, Jeff, for the next one. We'll see how it works. Okay. In the meantime, Micah's Intellectual Corner. You've just hit 1,000 subscribers.
Ooh, congratulations.
Busy channel banner, but you're doing science reactions, history reactions, original. I think this is one of these where Travis would say, what does that mean? Original content. Similar to DIY. You would assume that everybody wants to create original content on YouTube. But they've got a historical army. Now, just from the channel banner, I'm getting like almost an entertainment comedy vibe of reaction. I don't know if that is true.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it looks like they're doing some reactions, but it's also, this is a very mixed bag about what's kind of going on here. Army vet reacts to epic history.
Okay, right. Well, I just didn't get that. I didn't get the army vets reaction.
American reacts.
A proposition in the channel banner on the channel. Okay.
Yeah, and if it's taken all three of us this long to figure it out, there's a bit of messaging problem we've got going on here. Yeah, the American reacts and U.S. Army reacts, stuff like that is it's stuff that can work well. We've seen it all. That's a genre of reaction channels that exists. There's like British SAS soldier reacts to, or Russian soldier reacts to American Army, or things like that. So that's a thing for reaction channels. And it looks like a lot of their best videos are based on this. But it's almost like they kind of don't want to lean into that.
So by what do you think about the shorts that are in here? They're doing a short every single day, like Today in History, for every day, which is understandable. Does it need its own channel, maybe? I mean, actually, the views aren't too bad on the shorts.
Yeah, views aren't too bad on the shorts.
But then we do get some spiky numbers on the reactions. Like US Army vet reacts to Hiroshima bomb, barely got 100 views. But then US Army vet reacts to epic historic TV World War I, 1918. That's got a healthy number of views.
Yeah, better thumbnail. Also,
you reckon that's what it is?
A part of it, I would say.
Yeah.
And then also there's going to be, well, I don't know. That's kind of strange. Hiroshima after the bomb. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe the topic, the bombing itself might have been more strong, but even then, that's a rough subject. So. Yeah. The only thing that throws me off about the shorts is just that they look different, but it is contextual to what he's doing. So in that way, it makes sense. But epic history reaction.
I'm trying to think what to suggest for this channel.
Well, for me, I mean, personally, I would probably, if it depends on how the shorts are doing. If they feel that the shorts are doing okay for them, then they could definitely keep them. It's not a big deal. But I would really lean into this, whether it's Army vet reacts or American reacts, whichever, and really just kind of go into that. Really lean into it heavily.
I mean, looking from the thumbnails, there is certainly more simplicity. The hero themselves, the creator, you have a bigger reaction emotion, and then the placement of the content on either the left side or the right hand side. Going back to this channel, there's just a lot going on whereby you kind of disappear into the thumbnail a little bit. So I think some thumbnail experimentation is probably worth testing there as well. Anything from you, Viper, on this one, just to get a fresh perspective?
Hey, it's so weird when a channel like intermingles shorts and regular content like this. I always wonder if it confuses to an audience person when they look at a channel like we're looking at it now as an overview and see regular videos and then short, because obviously they're not using custom thumbnails on a short.
Yeah.
And I mean, for short, you generally don't need to, but when they go back to your actual channel, it's like it's weird. But I just wonder. But if it's working, it's working. So hey, keep doing what you're doing.
Because there's likely going to be a very different audience for both, isn't there? Like,
and that's why always my thing. Yeah, they're like a short audience is vastly different from a long form audience. Like they want two different things. So I just wonder when people intermingle, like when people intermingle them on a single channel, I just wonder how the audience feels about that.
And I just assume that these shorts are very factual based, whereas the reactions are more personal stories. And I'm getting to learn more about Micah, whereas in his shorts I'm not. But the counter argument here is that the shorts seem to be performing relatively in line with the rest of the channel.
Yeah, that is my take, sir.
Yeah. All right. Are we ready to try this?
Before we try this, Rob. I don't remember the story, so maybe you've been longer than all of us. Maybe you remember the story. But someone in the chat was asking about the origin of the name vidIQ. Do you know the story, Rob?
So I think the story is as follows. If I can remember, let me just. I just need to fix this for a second. So I think it's along the lines of we grabbed vidIO as a brand and as a website, but people were really struggling to spell it. It's like actually that typical, this is how you use tags in YouTube for correct spellings. And people couldn't work out if the company was called vidIO or video. So I think that's why it was changed to vidIQ. I think, but I might be wrong about the history there.
Yeah, we'd have to run it by Sandyman because you'll tell us.
Yeah, Sandyman will answer that. So I can find out if you want. In fact, do you want me to try and find out? You want me to just ask him while we've got a live stream running? I'll do it in the background. I'm not going to try and get him on the live stream, but I'll ask him in the background if you want the answer.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
all right, okay. So
one of us can ask him. Yeah,
let's try this. Right, okay. So I'm going to do countdown.
Okay. So how are we going to get? You're going high. Jeff,
we're doing countdown 3, 2, 1. Jeff is just going to say the claw, as he would do it. I will do it in a high-pitched tone, and you can do it in a low-pitched tone. So, get really Barry White. Get
Okay,
deep down
got you.
into your vocal cords.
I got
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. The claw.
Oh, that was weird.
We're ready for a platinum album there. That was 94, wasn't it? I think.
That's right.
All right,
Boy to me, baby.
94, 94.
Boy to me in 2021.
Oh, this is a gaming channel, isn't it? Oh, I'm forgetting where I am now. All right, so let me just load up this channel, and then I'll let you two chat about it while I send Mr. Sandyman a question in the background. All right, so we're looking at Tartsin. I will go to the video page, and all right.
Oh, not
Not much going on there. Not much going on there, but
All right,
you can talk about it.
Yeah, there's nothing much going on. All right, so your channel banner, while it's cute, it doesn't tell us much about the channel. So you might want to give us a value proposition in your channel banner. But if we look past that, we got brawl, solo montage. Okay,
So
yeah.
Fortnite from the looks of it, but
Was it?
well,
Okay.
a couple of them look like Fortnite, but
Yeah,
then
yeah.
there's Brawl. So it's like, what are we playing?
Yeah, see that. Yeah, we like from a new viewer looking from the outside of this channel, we have no idea what's going on. So it does look like you are playing Fortnite. But again, the question that every creator needs to ask before they hit upload is, why should someone watch your video? What is the reason why somebody would click on your video? And if they can't answer that in the first 30 seconds of looking at your title and thumbnail, you need to redo your title and thumbnail. Like, why should somebody watch your video? Again, if they can't define that, if they can't come up with that answer within 30 seconds of looking at your title and thumbnail, you need to redo it.
Yep. And this is why it's important to have those titles and thumbnails, if you can, ready before you turn on the camera. Because then the proposition is there through the whole video. You set the vibe and you set the energy for that video.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's something definitely to think about. Now they could be playing two different games here. That might be what's going on. I don't know if they're doing a hard pivot into Brawl, but they also haven't uploaded a video in 2 months, which is not promising, which begs the question of, why exactly they submitted for a channel audit.
It is like the cop-out answer. It's like, you submitted, you need to make some content so that people know that you're still alive and well on YouTube.
Yep. Exactly.
So I think sometimes when I come across these channels, I say, right, let's quickly pick 3 things that they need to do. Titles need to make sense to new viewers. Start with making custom thumbnails and commit to consistency, be it 1 video a month, 1 video every 2 weeks, whatever you can afford to do, commit to that for the next 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
We wish you all of the best. Tartsin.
And just a pet peeve of mine, please don't put subscribe in your title. Don't do that.
All right, then. Next one. Are we ready? Shall we do it
again?
I'll do the low end this time. Viper, you do the high end.
Oh boy.
And Jeff, you just keep it in the middle. Okay. So
right.
3, 2, 1.
The
claw. We're getting better. I think we're getting better. All right. I have an answer from Rob Sandy, and I will give you the answer if we can get this live stream up to 375 likes. I need to give people an incentive to give you the answer. So we know why vidIQ is called what it's called, but I'm not telling you until I manipulate our metrics to get us up to 375 likes. Right. Next channel we are looking at here is Titan Smasher. And I think they are an anime channel.
All right, Jeff, you're the anime guy. Titan Smasher a show or something? Or
I'm not the anime. This is beyond my knowledge, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure on this one. So I'm not sure even what's going on here. Like, I don't know if they're doing reviews of what it is. Are they doing some sort of a cover song? Is it artwork that they're doing? I'm not sure what this channel's about at all.
Yeah, because the thumbnails are just almost like there could be loading screens on a video game or like covers for animation, but they don't tell us anything more. and then the titles are, I think sometimes these are music. What's this AMV mean now? Animate? Is it an animated music video?
I think maybe that's what's going on, because it kind of threw me off for a second. I'm like, what am I looking at? Because these almost look like, they don't look like somebody doing reactions. They don't look like a
Ooh.
review. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it is a music video.
All right, I have this muted to make sure that we don't get any copyright issues with the audio. I'm wondering if, because I saw the lyrics of "Don't Stop Me Now," I was wondering if they were adding like Queen's music to anime as a montage. But I'll give it with the internet. It's not going to help me out. Okay, so what do we think, folks?
We need clarity. What we think. we need clarity. Like,
let me do all right, I'm just going to do this as an example. I think JoJo is one of the animations they're talking about, and I'll do JoJo AMV. You know, there is some potential here. This channel got nearly 6 million views from one of these. So I guess they did include the name of the track that I think they were gonna, and this one's done "Don't Stop Me Now" as well. All right, so maybe the question is, has this already been done on YouTube? Like, are you just repeating what's already been successful on YouTube? If you are, why is somebody going to choose this new version over the one that's already getting millions of views? Might be the next question. And I'm not seeing maybe the title of the song in the thumbnail, which may add some clarity, as Viper is asking for.
Yeah,
clarity. I think maybe that one's a little bit better. Like Arcane, is that the name of the track? That's more effective.
That's an anime show on Netflix.
Oh, is it? Okay. So I'm complete layman to this sector of.
I have not watched the show, but I hear pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, time for you to build a being, sir.
Oh, come on. Let's see if we can help a little bit more with this channel. I feel as if we're not doing this person service just yet. I think what would we suggest? Like including the the name of a song, perhaps on the thumbnail itself, as I've seen in examples there. Maybe putting together like a playlist. Oh, not putting a playlist, but getting a collection of songs from Queen and adding them to like a 12 or 15-minute version of a animated music video, just to add a bit of difference or variety. That might be something else to try.
And also, I would think about, because if we are talking music and music videos, and I'm just kind of trying to figure out, like, they've got Fall Out Boy, Imagine Dragons, things like that. How are they picking the music, right? And if we're not sure, and then some of these at the bottom are speed paint, so that is art. But if we're doing these music ones, then I would be looking at trending music, you know, because that's something that's already going to have a wave of traffic behind it, whether it's hip hop or K-pop or country or whatever it might be. Instead of just picking a song that maybe you particularly like, start looking at what there's already a wave of traffic for. Because this is something that I noticed on a channel that was doing animations, almost like 8-bit Super Mario style, Donkey Kong style animations, but they were doing these animated versions of super trending videos by K-pop artists, BTS and Blackpink. And there was a massive wave of traffic. This channel was getting millions of views because they were doing these timely animations to a topic that was already blowing up on YouTube. So just something to think about. The way that you choose those songs might be a little more strategic about that.
All right. I have your answer. And thank you for getting us up to 375, 378 likes. So nice. I'm just going to read it out as Lord Sandyman has told us here. And it's along the lines of this. We started out as vidIQ, as we thought that was a super cool and nerdy name. But it didn't pass the foam test when people said it face to face. How's video? He was at an investor's office, Josh Ellman, big name guy, and he just shared me like his Twitter feed. So apparently this person, and he said the following, which was name sucks. You should change it. Any suggestions? How about vidIQ? And so that is how vidIQ was born.
Nice.
There you are. Bit of history for you there. Where were we? We're doing channel audits, aren't we? Right. Let's get back to them.
No, we're talking about Viper's channel. That's what we're doing.
Well, what I'm going to do now as well, I'm going to tell you that we are adding a small barrier to entry to this live stream. If my computer works, it seems to have completely froze. Is everyone still here? Why is that not working? All right. No, I've got it. So you need to subscribe to the channel in order to post comments. And I'll tell you why after we've audited this channel. So, okay, I've turned on subscriber chat only on. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And it will become very clear very soon. How long have we got? We got 20 minutes. All right. So do we want to try this one more time? Jeff, can you do the low end this time?
Sure.
Okay. Viper, you do the middle end. And I do the high end. Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1.
The claw.
Oh, it's the claw. Sorry, I was supposed to do the high end. Oh, no.
My goodness.
Whoops. I do apologize.
That's the
Maybe you should do an
ASMR
ASMR channel that's just you saying the claw for 24 hours, and then Mr. Beast has to watch it. Right, this is another gaming channel that we are looking at here. And they go by the name of Crazy Cats. And they are close to 500 subscribers. I'm getting a bit of a retro vibe from the channel banner. And it's festive as well, which is pretty cool. Even I can't be bothered to do that. You know, I was actually thinking of putting a Christmas hat on the channel banner for vidIQ. But I would have had to reposition myself so the Christmas hat was in sight. So I just could not be bothered. What do we think this channel's about?
Minecraft.
Looks that way, doesn't it?
It's funny because it did sort of give us a retro vibe from the banner, but it's totally not.
It's a fair question, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's totally not. It totally goes left on us. So, which is fine. It's totally fine. Let's see here. Interesting. Okay.
It seems like the Minecraft stuff is more of a recent pivot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before, it looks like there were maybe an entertainment / TikTok reactions or pranks montage channel. Oh, but there was a bit of Minecraft. Wow. Okay. So this channel is really wrestling with where they want to be in the YouTube space.
Yeah, they're still trying to figure that out, which is fine. I mean, I think it's a younger creator, so they're still trying to kind of feel out what they feel is comfortable for them. That takes a little time, and that's totally fine. But once they really kind of see what's working well for them, what they're comfortable making, really want to start sticking to something to start getting the channel off the ground. Not saying that you can't ever evolve or add additional types of content, but I think focusing is going to be a big thing in getting some momentum going here on YouTube.
I wouldn't usually suggest this, but given where I think the quality of their thumbnails are and the fact that they are trying to tell stories in the titles, so I think they've got some of those fundamental aspects down. I would maybe start to look at the audience retention and see if viewers are being satisfied by your content, because I'm seeing a decent layer of consistency here, but it doesn't look as if you're being rewarded enough with a consistent audience. However, I did just go back to gaming in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, in the last month after this departure to the TikTok land. Yeah, which is sort of my most popular. So we had a bit of success with Among Us, but obviously you have to move with the times. That had a relatively short shelf life. So yeah, currently the Minecraft focus that they're on is not what's been successful in the past for the channel. That's not necessarily a bad thing if that's what you're committing to going forward, but you just have to appreciate that those 488 subscribers probably mostly reflect content that you made in the past. So it's really important to look at your return viewers at this point. And that's why I'm maybe looking at audience retention and how you're satisfying the audience that you're currently targeting.
Yeah. One thing that is a common misconception for new creators is that just because somebody subscribed, don't think of it as they subscribed to you per se. They subscribe to the type of content that you are bringing them. So if you suddenly make a pivot to something completely different and they don't show up, you really can't get angry at them because you just changed the channel on them.
Yeah.
So you have to understand that. So that's something that I want, creators to kind of keep in mind. You can't whiplash your audience like this. If you've built up some subscribers based on a certain type of content and then you want to pivot, at least pivot it to something that's similar enough, and that way you can keep them going, because otherwise you're going to see, let's say you're getting 300 400 views consistently, and then you switch and go completely left on them, and then you start getting 10 15 20 views per video. This is why, because they didn't sign up for that kind of content.
Okie dokie, that is crazy cats there. Now, the reason I asked you to subscribe is because we are going to pick somebody now directly from the chat. And the way we're going to do that is by you adding as a comment. Only do it once because it will not double count your entries, but just type in #channel_audits, and then we will start to see the number of entries increase, and we will pick somebody from there. We go. So people are starting to enter. That's brilliant. That's what we need to see.
Hey,
we will pick a channel soon.
Jeff, are you feeling a sense of deja vu?
Yeah, just since last night. What are we doing back on the claw?
Well, I need to pick a channel to audit to allow people to enter. So we're going to pick one more channel from here. Were you using that giveaway tool on a live stream last night?
Well, we weren't, but somebody else was. Yeah.
And then just to be clear, guys, spamming this is not going to work because StreamYard automatically filters out any additional entries. So spamming it's not going to give you additional chances. So just giving you a heads up, if you're spamming it, you're wasting your time.
Indeedly doodly. Johnny Cartopassi. All right. They are a real estate agent in Las Vegas. And with 700 subscribers, they look as if they're putting together some very nice content.
Yeah. Real estate channels can do very well. And they have a couple of different styles of these types of channels, the way that they do their thumbnail design. I like what he's doing with this clean style. Some of them will put like the price in big bold letters across what it is. But normally for that, we're not doing like standard homes. You're usually doing like $15 trillion for this house on an island, stuff like that. Very sensational.
Yeah.
But for what they're doing here, this is actually really good. And normally, the funny thing is the titling and thumbnail wise, it sort of breaks those rules. But for this niche, it works. Like this is what people are looking for because a lot of this traffic is coming from Google.
That's a really interesting question. So here's what I assume is going to happen. When I click on this video, I'm going to see almost no likes and no comments. That's my prediction. Let's see if I'm right. Because as you say, I think what's happening here is this is driving views from a website just to look at the properties.
Correct.
All right, there's one comment. Okay, 10 likes. You probably expect more. So if that's your sole purpose, to use YouTube as a repository for people to look at these homes who are thinking of buying them, that's perfectly fine. But if you want to create like just general interest from a wide YouTube audience, then I would take a look at this channel called Matt and Summer. And I think these are estate agents. But what they do is they just take you around homes, but the way they pitch it is to just people who are interested in looking at really expensive places. Yep. So like inside a $8.5 million apartment in Dubai or wherever it is. And so that's more attractive to just somebody like me who just has a curiosity of what an apartment might look like in Las Vegas.
Okay, my turn.
There's a different pitch. Yeah, go ahead, Viper.
My turn. Listen, this dude is here on vidIQ, which means he wants to grow his YouTube channel. Yeah, and I'm sorry, but YouTube is not a real estate listing website. No, these titles don't work. Like Rob just highlighted, you have to make your title more sensational. Give people a reason to click. Why should they care about these houses that you have listed? What is an outstanding characteristic that might interest a regular person about these houses? You just can't put generic real estate listings out there. and expect people to click on it. This is YouTube. This is not the paper, man. You got to treat it like YouTube. You have to understand how the platform works. And maybe that's why you're here, to get a better understanding of how YouTube works and right on you. But these titles are not doing you justice, my dude. You got to make these more sensational, give people a reason to want to click on these videos and check out these houses. These bland listings. No, that's not what we do on YouTube. We don't do that on YouTube.
Yeah, there's a fundamental mindset shift here, because there's two different types of channels. There's what we were just looking at, not Johnny here, but the other channel. There's
Right.
that. And then there's what Johnny's doing here. So it depends on what exactly the goal is here, because it depends on what he's looking for. Because some channels like this, and I'm not disagreeing with Viper, because I totally get what he's saying. If Johnny's trying to grow on YouTube, it's going to take a different approach.
Correct.
If he's trying to use this solely as a repository, but also as a lead generation tool, then I think a hybrid approach might be the way to start looking at this. But it's also going to require a fundamental shift in the way that he's making the content, where he's actually going to have to become the host of the channel, or hire somebody to be the host of the channel that's going to have to make it exciting, give people a reason to want to watch these videos and to come back to identify with this person. And then it comes into the titling and getting people like, you won't believe what this house has in it, or whatever it might be. But there's going to be a strategy shift that's going to have to happen in the way that into the way that they approach the content.
My guess is that the actual content of the videos, in terms of going through the apartments, telling them about the floor space, pricing, that sort of thing, is very similar to these videos. But just look at the channel and how they're pitched, and how maybe there's subtle differences in what they're trying to do to attract a broader audience. Because 75,000 people are not watching this video about what $35 million buys you in Dubai, because that's what they're going to buy. They're just their intrigue is in the luxury. And of course, there is a lot of luxury in Las Vegas. Now, you may not be able to do this with all of these apartments, but they also do stuff like what would £300,000 buy you as a 1-bedroom apartment in somewhere in London? Now, that's not as exciting, but they're still getting 15,000 views from it, because they built up a really good audience inside a brand new £300,000 apartment. See, they're including the price in all of the titles.
Yep.
And I think that's something to definitely start thinking about in terms of this channel's. Come on, get back to it. Come on.
Yeah.
This channel's titling structure, if they want to build a more of an organic reach.
Yeah, I love the thumbnails. I don't mean, if you want to put
the thumbnails are fine, aren't they?
The thumbnails are amazing. Like, I love your thumbnails, dude, but I just hate your titles. But my thing is, if you are watching a vidIQ channel, you want to know how to grow. And my thing is, these generic titles that look like listings in a newspaper are not going to be it. But if like Jeff said, if your whole thing is generating leads, then you do what you got to do.
I'm not being funny, and this is not a sales pitch here, but I think this is the type of creator who would be perfectly suited for group conversations, because they'll get those different points of views from creators who are seeing like a completely different audience point of view. And I'm sure many would agree with what we're talking about here. I think that's the type of conversation that will come up in these group sessions. Not, Johnny, that you need to invest. It's just like, this is the typical thing we'd likely talk about in those group conversations.
It's like it's time for that.
Yeah, it is.
Random.
Let's do it. So we have
one left.
177 entries. So I will click the draw button, and then we will see who we're going to draw out. Let's hope it's not somebody we've already drawn, or somebody we've already audited.
Channel audited.
For Ascato, I think it's a Minecraft channel. So let's hope that you have a unique enough name that we can find you. Yay! I think we're about, we've found 10 channels and been unable to find one doing this tactic so far.
Roblox.
Okay. Maybe a Roblox. Yeah. All right. Good spot there. I was wrong. It wasn't a Minecraft channel. So they've been on YouTube how long here? Okay, they've been on for over a year making content. I guess what I'm being thrown at here is, okay, maybe they were doing animation, very simple animations in the past. Are they still doing that? There's kind of a mix between some animations and a little bit of Roblox. So again, moving from one video to the next, I'm not really sure what I'm getting myself into. Animations in the past. Are they still doing
Why
that?
can I hear myself?
There's kind of a mix between some animations and... Who was that? Was that me?
I think that was me.
Oh, sorry. Okay. What do you think if we were going to give one piece of advice for this channel, Jeff?
I mean, I don't mind the thumbnails per se if that's what the animation itself looks like in the video. Like this Jay the Backstabber, whatever Flee the Facility is. I'm not sure what this is even about. I'm kind of at a total loss here. But 51 is a reason for why. I guess maybe if you're somebody who's playing these games, then you would know and it would make sense to you. But yeah, some of these are just kind of like, what is happening here? How be rich, how to be, that text is way too small. So there's some fundamentals here on the thumbnails that are just not being followed at all. In 1 minute, can I make smart fighting game in 1 minute? So maybe they're making games. Maybe that's what's happening here.
Yeah, it's just difficult to tell, isn't it, for the titles and the thumbnails?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not sure exactly what is happening here, because even then, I don't know if these are games that are within Roblox or if it's skits or what's going on. So I'm just not sure. There's a bit of messaging there. They're obviously going after a very particular audience. I'm not that audience, so I don't identify with it. But yeah, it's very confusing to somebody who is more of a general type of viewer.
And again, it looks like there's some consistency issues here. You know, we've only seen 3 videos in the last 3 months. There was a bit of a run here in the last 6 months. Again, if you make content and then you're not making anything for a few months, unfortunately, because you just don't have that big enough audience and that loyal audience yet, YouTube's probably going to recommend them something else in the meantime.
Yeah.
Shall we pick another? I think we've maybe got time to pick one more. Draw again. See what we can get. Sweep. All right. Sweep it is. Is it going to be a clean sweep for this channel?
90 subs.
Hang on.
Is it the same?
Oh, is that the same channel?
Doesn't look like it.
Nope. That's not the same channel.
I'm panicking. I'm panicking. Filter by channel. Ah, there we are.
There they are. Ah, 10 subs. Okay. Ooh, they almost got skipped.
Okay. All right. First of all, unavoidable titles.
Yeah.
They're too simplistic. We know we talk about short titles, but I mean, this one could work. Like, it simply says inspiring if the thumbnail was carrying most of the weight, but unfortunately it isn't.
Some clips. Come on, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Come on, man.
I wouldn't.
So, I mean, I get it. Like we don't know what we don't know. There is a learning curve to YouTube, or else everybody would have 1 million subscribers. So there's some stuff, but we got to start thinking about reasons like why somebody would even click on this. And even if we're not going to do a search play, how is somebody going to find a video called Some Clips? So, hey, look, vidIQ said my username.
Yeah, that's funny. That if there's one person who's going to find that, that would be me. I'm searching for vidIQ all of the time. So at least
I'm wearing the same shirt as this thumbnail.
Hey, where am I? Why am
You're
I
watching.
not there?
You're watching you.
It was a non-Rob stream.
Hey, who did that? I didn't authorize this.
Stand-up no-hander, BMX 2 gameplay, my horse being, what the heck, MTB memes. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little bit more here, Sweep. You know, I get it. It sometimes it takes a little time to kind of get accustomed to what's going on. But if it's biking content, make it about biking, like urban free riding. Okay, cool. But why should I watch it? So things of that nature. Start thinking about that. You know, if you're gonna go out and do some biking or cycling or whatever it is, think about what it is that you want to make a video about that people would actually care to click on, you know, whatever it might be. But start kind of getting in that mindset. If you want to do YouTube, start thinking about what is something that somebody's actually going to want to watch as opposed to what you want to show them.
I mean, here are sort of some good starting points. Peaceful bike ride with peaceful music. All right. There's something in the title there. If the thumbnail shows something a little bit more relaxing, and then maybe there was a musical note next to it, that might help. Or like, you know, ride with me as a hashtag. You're at the beach. I think, or Watcombe. Sorry, not the beach. Show us the location. You say bad ending. All right. Can you hint at the bad ending? Are you about to fall off your bike, or are you midair and something climactic is going to happen? You know, how do you communicate that a little bit in the thumbnail? So that would be sweep. And does that bring to an end another channel audit live stream?
Yes,
It
sir.
does. But I have a
think it
question
does.
before we end, Rob and
Yeah,
Jeff.
sure. Question away.
Do you all have a preference, or have you seen anything in your findings throughout your tenure on YouTube about how you title a video? And what I mean by that is, do you use the capital letter in each word of the title, or if you were to all cap the title, or just use the capital letter in the first word of the title and then lowercase throughout the rest of the title? Like, have you done any research or found any differences in the way you title your video like that?
I think it depends on audience. Like, I know with a lot of gaming channels who have a younger audience demographic, they tend to use shouty caps lock titles, you know, to go along with really vibrant colors on the thumbnails. Me personally, what I try and do is emphasize particular words in the title. So there's a contrast between capitals and lowercase. Let me give you a very quick example. If I just find one of the videos that has done well for the channel recently, I'm just going to bring that up. What about you, Jeff, just as I'm bringing this up?
It was a conversation that we had actually with a couple of different coaches, and the big consensus that we saw, and even from wording and language that we got from YouTube, was that all caps across an entire title was not the move. And I remember even Nick Nimmin was one of the people that was really bringing this up to board. But from what we've also seen, capitalizing a specific word like big and still make, or small. Like if you're trying to put emphasis on certain words, all caps them is fine. But I wouldn't do an all caps the entire title.
Yeah.
For me personally, at the very least, I capitalize the first letter in every word. You know, but that's yeah.
Unless it's intentional and it's like we see meme ones sometimes, they purposely almost like misspell or have a very rough look to them. I think from an algorithmic SEO point of view, Viper, I don't know if there's any evidence to suggest that capitalizing makes a difference, or even including emojis. But I think what we're giving you here is anecdotal experience as opposed to any hard facts one way or the other.
Yeah, I remember to what Jeff said. I remember somebody saying that all caps and titles was definitely not the move.
Yeah. So
we see again, I would counter that and say, you know, you look at many channels that successfully do that.
Of course.
And in particular, it tends to be like Ali A, I think, is a good example of this, but he's like a Fortnite gaming channel. Let me just check. Does he still use capitalized titles? Oh no, maybe he doesn't. He's doing what we just talked about here, Jeff, where he's emphasizing different words. With like free is obviously one that is capitalizing in there.
Yep.
But it depends. Was that a question from the comments?
Nope, no, for me.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay. Well, I guess it's a kind of a nice leading to what we're going to do tomorrow, because I think, Viper, because you're on with me tomorrow, right?
I believe
Got
I
you
am.
locked in. I think we're going to maybe just have like an open conversation with people. And I'm thinking, you know, I'm not committing to this yet, but I'm thinking we're actually going to open it up to the audience. So I may share the StreamYard link and have people join us, and then we can have maybe like have a bit of a conversation with them. Now we can bring in 3 or 4 people. But that's fraught with dangers, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, I like it, Robin. Spicy, yeah. I like it. Let's go.
we'll maybe give that a try as like a taster, a teaser to group coaching conversations.
Yeah. We're gonna have to set some ground rules for that, which I will set tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna set some ground rules. But yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah, maybe if you join me like a half an hour before, Landon, we'll go through some rules and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can see that Jeff is busy typing away and texting, so we'll let him get off. Jeff, do you want to say goodbye to some people?
Yeah, of course, man. So let's see, who do we got in the chat? Let me take a look here. We've got Bruce Lee Edits, one of our long supporters here, homie of the channels, myself and Viper as well. So have a great day, my dude. Cat Slade is also in the chat, so goodbye to you as well. And let's see, who else do we got in here? FX Pro and we got one more. Let me see. I got one more in me. Let's say bye to Mr. Gordonda 18 or M Gordonda 18.
Beautiful, beautiful. Viper, it's your turn.
All right, Theradon. Hope you have a good day. Appreciate you being here. The Tall Guy Gamer. Appreciate you being here. Have a good day. Where'd he go? Where I just saw her. Where'd she go? Boo, I lost it. That sucked. Mr. Firewolf Gaming. Have a good day. Appreciate you being here. And last but not least, if I can scroll back up here and find what I was looking for earlier. I saw Marin out there, but I don't know where she went. There she is. Life with Marin. Always good seeing you. Have a good day.
I'm going to say happy holidays and goodbye to the following people that include Lion of Fire 14, Lucid Bounce, Goose Plays 20 with what looks to be a fake verified checkmark. Well done to you. I can't read out that one because that's got a naughty word in it. Username, hang on, us3run4me. I'm also going to say goodbye to Watkin HD. Tome for Tome ASMR. If you want to do a video that is all about you just saying the claw in many different ASMR styles, let us know. I promise to share it on our community tab if you ever want to do that. Jamie Dickinson, Merry Christmas to you. Quick Merry Christmas to you. Fennec, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. And Pixel, we're wishing you all very happy holidays. We will be back next week. Dan will be in charge. So do make sure to turn up for that. In the meantime, we'll see you soon.